I don't have to hear this song
Yeah,
to
you do.
comment
It's
on
only
it.
a minute.
Brand new construction.
It talks about a dog.
This is the kitchen. This is the bath. This is the pool. This is the wrath. This is Freya. Isn't she sweet? Look at these floors. Hose off your feet. This is the master. Light and bright. Walk round the corner. Go out tonight. He left the lights on. She doesn't care.
that in the
Let's
video
walk to
section?
dinner. Bam, we're there. If this is the wrath, this looks like peace. Hop off the jitney, cruise down the streets. Fire up the Barbie, hang at the beach. Look at these floors, hose off your feet. This is the front, this is the back. Lower level, say hi to Mac. All that you want, all that you need. Forget the car, just turn the key. Welcome home.
This is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 43 of The Real Word.
We need to get
Word is up.
We need to get the air situation figured out in
This
here.
this is going to be probably the quickest one of all time. I know real estate agents can relate to this. When you have a busy day, you just you've got to plow through it. So we're going to go. I know you want
busy?
the AC. There's no AC.
You
Yeah, I'm
busy?
super busy today.
Oh, I hate that word.
So
Ugh, I hate people that are like, I'm so busy.
I hate it when agents are like,
I'm
you know,
busy. Oh my
you
God,
know,
I'm so busy. I'm so busy.
I'm just
you're
so busy.
So busy.
Everybody's so busy.
Everyone's so like, you text them and they're like, hey, like I'm busy. Like, so am I. Like, just need that's why I'm texting you, not calling you.
That's why I told you don't ever call me. You do this to me all the time. Hey,
Well,
you busy? You got a sec?
Well, because I just want to make sure.
But you asked me the question like, are you busy?
Well,
Like
'cause
you
it's
are asking for a response because you
Well-
pause. Are you busy?
Well, I just want to make sure. I mean, I guess I should just assume that since you're answering the phone, like you do have a
I'm
moment
ready
to talk
to
to me.
accept whatever
I
you're
just
gonna ask
I
me.
just want I'm
All
I'm
right.
courteous of your time.
Well, I am super busy, so let's get into it.
Ugh.
The main topic is about how a small Minnesota brokerage is using Opendoor, who we've talked about a lot, to their advantage. So
Love it.
what they're doing is they have a tab or a call to action on their website that says investor offers. You can get an offer in
I don't
40
think it's. Is it? Are you sure it's saying investor offer?
Yeah.
You said that before, but I didn't. Simple
'Cause-
offer. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Earlier this month, Bricks launched its Simple Offer program.
Simple offer program. So they give sellers in downtown Minneapolis,
Well, there's a few of them: Minneapolis, St. Paul, Maple Grove,
Brunsville,
and yeah,
all
Brunsville.
cash offer within 47 hours through a portal on its own website. This portal links directly to Opendoor. So instead of
They've mastered it. Opendoor has come to their little town, and they're gonna
and they're actually going to use it to their advantage. So instead of being the broker that's going to cry about this
Right.
and be like, oh, these Opendoor dirt bags, they're using it to their advantage. And the reason behind
stop
this,
Opendoor. Yeah.
the reason behind this is they believe
Stop selling.
consumers, my boy Greg,
Yeah.
they believe consumers should have every option available to them.
Right. Well, and what they're being smart about too is that they also can see that this is an incredible opportunity to show their value. So they're allowing they're not even really their sellers, really. I mean, they're acknowledging the fact that they're going to be losing some listings, but I'll be honest, they probably maybe wouldn't even be getting some of these sellers if they didn't have sort of this special offer
I think they're
link.
so smart because
smart.
they know that the majority of sellers are not going to take an investor offer at that price point because people are
Right.
like, oh, I can get an offer in 47 hours until they get the offer. And
Right.
they're like, I don't want the offer.
Right, but now you're actually getting that lead because you can then show your value and how you're different from Opendoor.
They're like, dude,
I love it.
these guys had no skin in the game in terms of the listing, this
Yeah.
Minneapolis brokerage.
Right.
And they allowed me to get an offer. What does that create? It creates a level of trust right off the bat. They're going to end up going back to them to list
Yeah.
the property at the higher price.
And this brokerage isn't even doing that much business. I think that they're only doing maybe 120 million a
Oh,
year.
no, 120.
No, it's great,
Eh,
but I'm just saying,
you
like,
know.
it's a brokerage. Like, it's a they're
That's
like
a good number.
I think it's
$120?
I think it's a great number. I just
Come on.
I'm not downplaying.
There's some agents
I think
out there at, like-
Brinks is doing great, but I think that this is a very creative way to bring more business in.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I really think it's, and so before the show, we're like, hey, how could we do something like that?
Opendoor's
would it
not
make-
in our area.
Opendoor's not
but-
in our area, so we couldn't link directly out to Opendoor, but could we or anybody out there in a market that Opendoor is not in, could you say, I have 4, 5, 6 investors in my Rolodex, could I go to talk to all of them and say, hey, when I get offers
Yep.
or inquiries
Yep.
through this,
Yep.
I'm going to send them all to you, but you have to make an offer to be part of my program
Right.
within 47 hours.
Great.
Now, granted, you could get a house that's worth 300 and you're offering 150 and
Still an offer.
it's ridiculous. At that
Yeah.
point, you could start it could be counterproductive.
Yeah, for sure. But, I guess there might be a few instances too, though, where you may even have a cash buyer looking and then all of a sudden there might
Pop up, yeah.
blip, blip, blip.
Yeah, that could happen too. Would that happen?
It
Just
does
like that?
all the time.
No, but if you have cash buyers that are not finding something on the market, inventory is tight,
Right.
but then you have to be able to make sure this works in the 47-hour window for
Right.
it to.
Well, yeah. I
gain
guess
traction.
you have to put a number out there that
Yeah.
is super realistic. Because again, if you're saying 47 hours, God forbid they do it like on a Friday night. I mean, not to say that you can't get it done over the weekend, but I'm just, I think
I wonder if that's business days.
you just
We're going to link that up. All 4 of our topics, the main topic, and we're about to get into the 3 rackets. All 4 are Inman articles.
I feel like my brain is zipping with you today.
We
Zip,
got
zip, zip,
we
check.
got Nicole out of Realtor Mag mode, and we're going full-fledged Inman. So
Inman.
all 4 articles, they're all linked up. If you're here on YouTube, or if you're not, get over to YouTube. They're definitely linked up on YouTube. They're always linked up on Facebook. So, racket number 1. You
On
ready
the
for
racket.
it?
I'm ready.
Real estate photographer sues Zillow for copyright infringement on listing photos. Is this a racket?
This is a tough one. I mean, I do understand that these photographers do need to sign, these contracts saying that
They own the photos.
or yeah, I mean,
Well, they
'cause
don't need to, number one.
No, but I do, because again, I know like our photographer too. He was on the cover of a magazine. I remember seeing somebody in the article saying like, "Oh, like why weren't you at least tagged or acknowledged?" And it's like, well, the contract that I signed with this luxury property division says that like I'm pretty much relinquishing my rights to the photos. This is a hard one though too, because the photographer is saying that in his contract that he signs, the photos cannot be used on a third party site
Without permission.
Yeah.
So, okay, I need your permission, photographer, to put the photos in the MLS. Why am I getting listing photos from you if I'm not putting them on the MLS?
In my mind, that is a third-party site, and then obviously then
MLS and Zillow to me are the same thing.
Yeah.
Because the MLS is nothing but a pass-through to Zillow. So I need your permission. Why would I hire you, photographer, if I'm not putting these photos online to sell the property?
Right.
Here's what I know about real estate photography. I'm not talking about photography. Obviously, this is talking about real estate photos.
I looked at him up a little bit. He's like an architectural guy.
So when you're talking about real estate photography for residential real estate for the use of selling the house, there are photographers begging us in our marketplace right now to take photos of our listings. We have some photographers that we really like to use, right? We have a local guy and we have a bigger company. Between the two of them, that's who we like to use. That being said, we have dozens of photographers, both aerial and regular photographers, that are asking us, "Hey, I'll do work for free. I'll do work for free. I'll do work for free." Then you're going to have this photographer the audacity to flip it around and be like, "Dude, I'm suing everybody for using my photos."
Well, he's suing Zillow. He's like, "I'm going to get in on this Zillow game."
This dude is going to be so out of business so quick. I know he's got his Zillow profile says he's got 40 years experience.
Yeah.
Dude, that's ridiculous. There's so much competition it's saturated.
Yeah.
Real estate photographers.
It's an interesting little tactic here, and I don't get it.
And you know what's also interesting?
That's why it's a racket.
You know what's also interesting? It's a total racket. What else is interesting is nobody's asking the homeowners.
Right.
Photographers hire us, agents, or no, we hire them.
Right.
We do a contract with them for them to come do the photos. Nobody's getting even anything signed from. We have something signed from the seller that says we can take photos, but the photographer who owns these photos of somebody else's house, he's getting no permission from the owner.
Well, right. I feel like this is like the same sort of story we had. I don't think it was last week. It was maybe 2 weeks ago, where then the people that were buying the homes wanted like the photos removed because like then it was like privacy. I mean, gosh, people, if you want to sell your homes, like things need to be public. If we're gonna hire a photographer for photos, we want it to be as public as possible, because that's exactly what our sellers signed up for. I mean, it's our fiduciary responsibility to expose their home to as many people as possible. And this is
I'll
just
tell you one
really
thing.
hindering the whole process.
There's enough photographers out there. I would never, ever hire a contractor, a photographer contractor for real estate photos
Right.
for listings if they would in any way prohibit where or
Right.
how I market those photos ever. Period.
Period.
End of story. Racket number 2.
Oh, your phone's making
No, I'm
noises.
sorry. I'm
You're
sorry.
annoying.
I do this live on the radio. My phone will be going off, and nobody likes that on the radio.
No.
All right, racket number 2.
Must just be too busy.
Only 9% of home buyers and sellers find their
9?
agent online. These numbers are very similar to 10 years ago. This is all according to NAR, National Association of Realtors.
I'm actually kind of flabbergasted at this number, to be honest.
NAR, your data, much like your actions, is a total racket.
Wow, you're putting it out there. You think it's
100%.
You think it's BS.
I think your
You're calling
data-
bullshit.
I'm calling complete bullshit on your
Wow.
data. I think it's ludicrous to think that 9%
Nine.
of buyers and sellers. Listen, every day I'm getting a referral from one of these websites, UpNest. That's the one I was trying to think of last show. I was saying,
I don't even remember that conversation. Okay.
Something. UpNest is one of these big home light. I'm getting referrals every single week from these sites. These are sites where people go onto Google and they type in, which is online, right? Google's online.
Google, yeah,
Is that the internet?
it's on the line.
They,
Yep.
it's on the line. they type in top agent in my area. You have these referral sites that
Oh,
pop up
is that what they're searching to get to
well,
you?
these-
That's how they get to you?
Yeah, well, is that why they come to me? Is that, oh, so no, they're typing in top
Wow.
agents. These referral
Friend.
sites are paying for PPC at the top of their
Yep.
of the Google in these
Yep.
areas. They click on those. UpNest says, "Hey, we know who the top agent is," right? They send them 2 or 3 different proposals, different agents, and then they pick one. Now, you could call that through. You could say, "Oh, I found my agent through a referral source, I guess," but that's online. That's research
All of
online.
it's online.
Here's what else I know. If we didn't do a show like this, if we didn't do content over and over every single week on Facebook and on Instagram and these types of places, you and I.
Interesting. That's an interesting spin because I don't think that they're probably talking about. I don't think they're talking about social media.
Well, social's online. I mean,
I
it's
know.
the internet.
I'm kind of getting again. I think in that article, it's talking a little bit more about.
Like researching on websites and Zillow, like
Yeah,
on
like
brokerage.
Zillow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, but Instagram is the internet. So here's what I know is
We'll have that linked, and you guys can give us your take on that article.
But here's what it's saying, Nicole. It's saying that 40, I think the number was 40% is through a personal referral, like your friend. 42% of buyers found their agent through a referral from a friend. I can't tell you how many situations I've had where someone's like, "Hey, so-and-so referred you over to us. They're one of my good friends, and they said you were the best agent." And I'm like, "So-and-so? I don't even know who so-and-so is. Like, I don't even know. So what I know is so-and-so's following me on Facebook or on Instagram, and they see that I'm more consistent in the marketplace than anybody else that they know putting out real estate content. So then when their friend at the coffee shop's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about buying a house," they want to add instant value to their friend. Oh my gosh.
So
oh my
you
gosh.
think it's all? You think 100% is going back to something?
I'm not saying
on the
100%,
line.
but I'm saying that
all on
NAR's
the line.
NAR's number of 42% of people saying, "Hey, my friend,
Well,
Susan."
a lot of my business comes from referrals.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's what of course, mine too.
Well,
and
but I'm
so
saying
when I
from
look
past
at
client referrals.
when I look at these numbers, when I look at even my closed numbers, I'm like, man, over 50% of my deals and your deals as well, because we're tracking, over 50% of our deals are from people we know, referrals, right?
Yeah.
But those people, our friends even, would not refer us that business if we didn't produce all this content online.
Potentially.
Because here's why. They're not going to refer their friend over to somebody that is just not a rock star, right?
No, but again, I think a lot of my business also referred from people that like have already purchased from me, and
Yes.
Yeah.
But here, you could have lost that opportunity if so here maybe
It's
they purchased
all on
from
the
you.
line.
They
I'm
purchased
with
from you 4 years
No,
ago.
9% is a racket.
But now they see, man, Nicole's on her 6th house of social media built.
Mm-hmm.
They see that online everywhere. They see, your listings, one in company. They see your personal Instagram.
Right.
And why wouldn't they? Maybe you haven't even talked to them in 3 years.
Right.
But they feel like they've followed your journey the last 3 years
Right.
because of your social content.
Right.
So that 42%, to me, a lot of that is being referred over because they are connected to that person socially or online or seeing them online consistently.
Right. Yeah, no, I hear you. I think the 9% is definitely way
It's
off skewed. I mean, they're giving more props. And a lot of my business, my real estate business started at open houses, but that was also 10 years ago before social media was really like, and that was just like a blip. Like I think my younger brother was using it because he was going off to college,
They've got open houses at 9 or 10%. Listen, I like that number.
Yeah, I
believe
agree.
in that number.
I 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, if you work open houses enough, I mean, you can get a whole book of business from those leads.
And then this one here, they used the agent previously to buy or sell a home. Again, that one is skewed to me because I think
What number did they give you on that one?
well, it's about 25%. It's about a quarter
Okay.
on the graph here. So to me, makes sense on the face that okay, you would just go back to the same person that you used.
Right.
If that person's keeping in touch, what's the easiest way to keep in touch right now? It's through one of these social profiles, right?
For sure.
So
Yep.
yeah, I think that's
You're a
totally
racket,
screwed.
Nar. You're a
Yeah,
racket.
well, we like to beat up on NAR.
Well, I feel like though NAR's job though was
Yeah.
to protect the agent, so they're obviously trying really hard to make the agent feel better about doing their open houses and
They're trying to make all these agents feel better that aren't doing anything online. Hey, don't
Pretty
worry
much.
about it.
pretty much.
Pretty
Pretty much.
Your past clients are just going to refer
Pretty
you all
much.
your business.
Yep.
Racket number 3.
The third one.
This is your favorite. You picked this one.
No, it's not my favorite. I like when people are kind of goofy, and this is a little hokey to me.
We've got a Hamptons agent, real estate agent, that put out a country video where he himself is singing to sell his $2 million listing.
What I love the most
What I
about
want to know,
it,
is it a racket to say that this is gonna get the house sold?
So in all honesty, I feel like if anything, I now know Telly. I've never heard of his name before.
Who is the agent?
His
He's a
name's
Douglas
Telly.
Elliman.
I just said
Telly.
Telly. Yes, I now know Telly.
Carousis.
Multiple people know Telly. I think you made me go on YouTube. 900 people now know Telly. It may not get the home sold, but we always talk about our jobs as agents is to get is to make appointments, right?
To get attention.
Right. So it's not about, I mean, obviously it's about getting contracts and selling them and all, but our marketing is always to get people in the door and to get people to know about the house. I now know about this. I think the address is 11 hidden something. I mean, again, I'm not a Hamptons person, but I know it's number 11. So again, Telly's doing his job.
Hey, you're halfway there.
I now know about it. I know about him. What I love about Telly the most
11 Indian Hill, East Hampton.
Indian Hill. What I love about him though, because you do see a lot of these videos. I mean, even just people on Facebook that we're friends with doing,
Funny videos.
yeah, like walking or again that dinosaur one. What I love about this one is if you listen to it, it's like this is the kitchen. This is the dining room. Like it's super generic.
Yeah.
It's super quick. It's only a minute long,
Which
is long enough for you to actually see it beginning to end. So you do actually get to see a lot of the features of the home, which I think when you get into those like 3 or like 5 minute videos, you're losing people way too quickly that you're actually, I feel like, not really doing your job. But
the song and the video, in my opinion, are unwatchable. But what I will say, and Telly, and I'm sure you're a great guy, and the house is great, and you're great, and I'm sure some people think the song's great.
I didn't say it was great. I just like that he kept it very simple.
What I will say is this is 100% not a racket, though, because you are doing your job. You're getting attention on the property. We just gave the address on this property, this is now potentially going to get posted. Inman loves to post our videos.
We'll sell the house for
We'll
you,
probably
Telly.
be on. We'll take a
We'll
referral
take a 25%
fee.
referral fee. Yeah.
Nicole will get it because she picked this. But you got over 900 views so far to date here.
Right.
On your YouTube video. How many YouTube listing videos have you seen that have 2 views,
Yeah.
7 views, and
Yeah.
they're all the listing agent, by
Yep.
the way? So you got a bunch of views on YouTube.
I even see on Facebook some people get 2 views or 4 views.
You've got an article on Inman. We just spoke about it. This video will be on Inman. You're getting a lot of attention. Now, will that video, meaning will a buyer buy it because of your country song? Absolutely not. 100% no. There's 0.0% chance a buyer is going to buy it because of your lyrics.
Gotta clean your feet.
It may just fall into the lap of a buyer that comes and sees the property,
right.
and then it'll be about
right.
the actual property and,
right.
and
right.
all the information
right.
that you provide.
Right.
But yeah, I think you're doing your
seller
job.
should be happy. I mean,
100%.
Period. End of story.
And if you're an agent and your style is to sing or to be a little bit goofy, then you should do videos like that. I'm 100% behind. You have to get attention. I would never do that because it's just completely out of my element. I don't like doing walkthrough videos. I don't like doing any of that stuff. This is my style.
He likes to frown in his photos.
I like talking shit. I don't smile in my photos.
No smiling. It's not allowed. It's way too much fun.
Our boy,
he's way too busy.
Our boy, only today. Our boy Tim Macy in San Antonio likes to do goofy videos. I would never, ever, ever, ever
You're
do
not hopping
that.
on one of those scooters?
I would never hop on a scooter. I would never do lines like I'm an actor.
Lines.
You know, like I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's not something I can do.
And that's fine. And you're doing well in what you're doing.
Right. And that's the thing. So if this is Telly's game, like
I like Telly.
There's an agent.
Telly's close. We could actually go visit Telly.
Sandra Pike up in Canada. Her whole thing is every closing she buys a new pair of heels, new pairs of shoes. And it's called no, I don't know what she calls. She's got a theme, but people in town are like, dude, you just must have sold another house, nice shoes. Like it's a whole thing. Maybe his whole thing is gonna be like a new country song for every listing.
Well, he's in a band.
He's in a band.
He's in a band, so he did marry the two together, which was great.
Which is smart.
Absolutely.
If you're an artist and a real estate agent, marry him.
If not, maybe more people are coming to. Maybe not more people are coming to his concerts.
Exactly.
I mean,
put it all
working.
together.
We'll come see you, Telly.
So, good stuff, Telly. Not a racket. Keep getting that attention, and you never know. I like country. Maybe I'll find a song of yours that I appreciate and like.
Okay.
Ooh, I said this last week. If you've got a something you want us to talk about, and somebody did in the comments say something, and we didn't put it in, but we'll put that in to next week's show.
Well, can we give a little what is it about?
No, just have to come back next week.
Oh, I hate that.
Come back next week and drop us a comment if you've got an article or something you'd like us to talk about. We'll fit it all in next week on 44.
We won't be busy.
All right, peeps. Have a good week. See you next week.